I'm going to talk about some of the key highlights of the today's RBI policy. To start with, the policy rates, of course, it's being unchanged and it is on the expected lines, with inflation being within the range of the 4 to 6%. Even in the next policy review, it is not expected to be changed, as the projection for the first half of the FY22, the inflation rate is going to be in the range of 4 to 6%. And most importantly, the target is also expected to be retained at the current levels of 4% plus and minus 2%. This is on the account of stable near-term outlook of inflation being in control, given that the inflation has come within the tolerance band. So MPC decided to prioritize on the growth. Now, this is also a kind of indication that government is not going to change the current framework of the inflation target, which is in the range of 2 to 6%. And I am also getting indication from the North Block that this particular framework has worked reasonably well for the government and also for the central bank. Moving on, while keeping the rates unchanged, RBI also announced a two-phase normalization of 100 basis point cut in the cash reserve ratio. This is in order to temper any adverse market reaction. Governor, pointed out that the normalization of CRR is required because this will work for the central bank to put other liquidity management tools to work. The RBI policy also kind of given the outlook on growth, which has improved significantly, and that's why the GDP growth is projected at 10.5%, which is almost on the similar lines of International Monetary Fund and other institutions. The RBI observed that the need of the hour is to continue to support growth, and this is what the objective they are working on, to bring back economy on track and also on the higher growth trajectory. Now, this is very common goal for the government as well, and we have seen that in the budget which was announced on February 1st, where more push on the spending side and more push on the growth side, and that is why the fiscal policy which they come out with is focused on the growth side, and the priority is to push demand, push growth, and push supply side to somewhere facilitate the strong economy revival. It is observed that the rural demand is likely to remain resilient on the good prospects of agriculture, and urban demand and demand for contact intensive sectors is expected to strengthen with the substantial fall of the COVID cases and the spread of the vaccination drive, which is initiated in mid of January. RBI also ensuring here that the government 12 trillion borrowing program will be in a smooth manner, and RBI will support that. And remember that in the current financial year and in May somewhere, government has increased its borrowing target from 7.6% to 4.5%, and in the last 2 months also they are going to borrow about 80,000 crores. So total borrowing is about 12.8 trillion for the current financial year. But for the next fiscal, they said that the borrowing will be 12 trillion, and that's what RBI is saying, that they're gonna support that it should go in a smooth manner. Now, on the retail investment side, RBI allowed retail investor to open gilt account with RBI, and this will provide, of course, investors to access to primary and secondary government securities market. And it is also very good because now the retail investors can directly open the account with RBI and can trade in government securities, and this is expected to ease the government's fund raising plan for the next quarter. Another important announcement is that resident individual can make remittance to IFSC, International Finance Center, and this is for the NRIs, non-resident Indians. So far, this was not allowed for NRIs to make remittance to the gift city. Another important announcement is, of course, banks to be incentivized for the extending new MSMEs loan. And this will also somewhere help them and to encourage them to provide more help to mid and small sized companies.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.